I don't even think it was a full month ago. Maybe it was about a month.
Yeah.
The world got to see the adventures of Hobbs and Shaw.
That's right.
In which they promptly responded by saying, "This is the craziest shit I have ever seen."
I know. It's glorious.
Yeah, it is something.
Goofy as hell, but it's what the franchise has been going towards forever right now.
Yeah.
Pick a door.
All right, then.
No, that's my door. Pick another door.
What's wrong with you? You know what? You were right. This is your door.
And then someone said, "Oh, but you know what? That's just a teaser. That ain't even the full trailer.
Can show you the real shit."
Oh, you think you saw crazy? Mm-hmm. No. Let us put trailer number 2 out and then look into the eyes of craziness.
And it'll look back at us.
and watch it look back into your soul. You ain't seen crazy yet until you seen trailer 2. That's kind of all the setup that you need. Of course, with this, I will just say that spun off from the already insane Fast and Furious and getting even more insane as we go along. Mm-hmm. Fast and Furious franchise, which started out with just a bunch of street races and somehow ended up with super spies.
Stealing DVD players, working for international, organizations, spy agencies.
Yeah, they went from selling bootlegs out their trunk to becoming international spies. Now, I don't ask. I got no answers here. Yeah. It happened in front of our eyes, and none of us really know how we got here.
I kind of prefer it.
Yeah, I don't.
Honestly, it's kind of like better.
I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything. Hey, it's working for somebody out there.
It is.
And now they said, you know something? It's not like I know we family. I know that we all got each other's back. Mm-hmm. But Hobbs and Shaw making a little bit more money than the rest of you. We all family and everything. We'll send a check home every now and then.
At least on screen. Half the cast hates each other. Those two guys actually like each other.
Those two guys who started as mortal enemies really, really like each other. Then they said, you know what? Everybody seems like y'all getting tired of this. Everybody's complaining. Yep. The family is fighting, but these two cousins right here, they loving it. They're getting along. Mm-hmm. Almost incestuous how much they are actually having fun and getting along with each other. Sure. So it was only a matter of time. And plus, The Rock is the biggest star they had. You think The Rock is going to stand by and be upstaged by Vin Diesel?
No, not at all.
No, hell no. You think Jason Statham is going to sit back and let Tyrese eclipse him?
We have to laugh at that one.
No.
Starts to start crying.
We family, man. Why you doing your own thing?
Said he wouldn't do the next one if they did the Hobbs and Shaw, right?
Man, what happened to the Ludacris and Tyrese movie, man? You promised.
Nobody wants that.
Sorry. Asking for that. No, look, everybody's great and the family's good, but these two guys, they're the money makers.
Right now, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they said just let them go off and, to show you, and just to show you how much these guys are the biggest draw right now to what we're doing. We're going to do the most insane thing we've never done before. Yeah. And we're going to show you how much people love these guys. We're going to let them do some things that y'all could never get away with. Sure. So let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer.
Let's get old school. Well, all right.
I love the bad guys. Well, don't shoot him. They're going to perform in front of us.
They got out there like a cheerleading squad. They got out there like Beyonce at Coachella, man. This is insane.
He's pulling down the helicopter. One hand. All right.
What did I tell you? Now,
see, you're right, man.
No.
Wow.
Now, don't be like this one person I saw today. Mm-hmm. I saw one comment where somebody said, "Okay, now this is getting crazy. Where the have you been? Yeah. Where did they thaw you out? Where you been this whole time?
5 movies have already gotten crazy. What are you talking about?
It's been getting crazy. It's just right now. We're just at this point. It's been crazy. Mm-hmm. It's just at this point. We're just at maximum insanity.
Yeah.
This is. This is, of course, this is, I got nothing to say. Right now, the Avengers are looking at this and they're saying, you know what? They got it.
Yeah, we got to fight Thanos. Listen, they can handle this one little thing.
You know, why we fighting Thanos? Get these two dudes do. We'll see our way out. Don't worry about it.
We can handle Black Superman.
They got it.
Yeah, exactly.
The crazy people have taken over the asylum. all we can do is run or get out the way.
And then they're getting the shit beat of him by Jason Statham, The
Run,
Rock.
yeah, exactly.
Trying to escape.
They've taken over. All we can do is run, hide, or go crazy with them.
Yeah.
There's, I mean, this is, I'm looking at this, and let me find a certain part right here, because I got to tell you, I like the first thing that in the movie, and let me get to a part right here. I like that the first thing in the movie that they actually kill is the laws of physics. They
run down the building.
They run down the building. They just go ahead and just get that out the way immediately. Laws of physics just sitting on the side and saying, I'll be here when you need me. Not that I think you will. I don't think I have a job here.
No, and the thing is, it's like they've already defied gravity in the previous films. At this point, the fact that they say that Idris Elba's he's a superhuman, he's Superman at this point. The fact that now their vehicles could probably do all these types of stunts and everything like that. It's just progress. It's going to progress in this kind of way. At this point.
Yeah, no, this is.
He doesn't even have a rope attached to him. He just has like anti-gravity
They
boots.
are ankles ain't breaking.
No, not at all. No, you get your arm ripped off and you're holding onto a helicopter.
They got perfect aim while in a spinning truck in the middle in midair going into another bit. Going through glass, not a shard in their face, not one. No, I want you to see something. Any other movie that would even attempt to get you to believe any of this would just they would put just a scratch on somebody's head.
They would.
Not here.
You're so pretty.
No,
Look how smooth his face is.
glass just bouncing right off of him, man. Yeah. The thing that Idris Elba said, which is going to be a big part of the trailer everybody's talking about, where he just admitted, I'm a superhero.
I'm Black Superman.
All these,
I love that look.
What? Because they're just kind of like, all these motherfuckers are from Krypton. Everybody. You have black, white, and brown Superman in this.
It's true.
You got The Rock holding a helicopter like a balloon.
That's it.
He looked like
shit. He's got us.
Yeah. No human can do that. No. Only a superhero does that. A mere mortal. They try to do that. There's a helicopter that's flying away with a severed arm attached.
Oh, I know
to it.
exactly. It would just pop right off.
The Rock up here holding this shit like he's Pennywise or something. He's holding a helicopter.
Yeah.
Everybody, mere mortals, they have balloons on strings. The Rock has a helicopter. Yeah. And when he went to the carnival, he got a helicopter on a chain.
That's his prize when he was a kid.
That's his thing. When he went up there and knocked down 3 pins with a ball, that's what he won right there.
He knocked down the entire exhibit, the whole booth. It just exploded. Take it. And the rescue helicopter came in trying to save those people. He just grabbed onto it.
Yeah. There's supervillain elements in here.
Yeah. Which is fun.
But I like this. I like that they're saying, we've gone not like Bond supervillain, we've gone superhero supervillain. Because now they like
bioengineered super soldier. He's Captain America.
He's Captain America.
Yeah.
He's a cross between Captain America and Thanos.
A virus that could wipe out half the population.
He's like,
that's his whole thing,
That's
right?
his whole thing. It's like, hey, you know what? I did want to take over the world. I wanted world domination.
I want to save the world.
I just wanted world domination and power. But then Thanos came up and said, well, I'm gonna wipe out half the universe. You're like, well, maybe I'm not at that level yet, but I ain't gonna be no bitch. I'll start with half the world. They've made him a comic book supervillain. Yeah. It's not even a superhero movie now. This is a cartoon. This is an episode of G.I. Joe. Now look at this. There's no difference between what we see with these cartoon characters.
Not in space yet.
They're getting there, man. At least there's some gravity. There's animated gravity, but there's a little bit, gravity is non-existent in Sean Hobbs. But here, this cartoon, they got it. I seriously think that that's the appeal. Yes. I think that they are actually, that they're playing on the nostalgia of people who grew up in the 70s up until now. What they're doing is, this is this right now where they're at with these guys. They're like, they remind me of the most shameless Saturday morning cartoons that they did based on real people. Like Rambo.
Jesus. Logo's on fire.
Yeah, you know what? That title could burn Rambo, not Hobbs and Shaw. They'll walk right out of that play. No, what was a cartoon back then with stuff like that? Chuck Norris cartoon, a Rambo cartoon.
I know that.
They're doing this with live action with Hobbs and Shaw. At this point, Hobbs and Shaw, they're not even action heroes. They are on the screen. They are animate. When I say animate, I mean moving, not cartoon.
Right.
But they are moving. I would love to say living and breathing kind of animated characters, but they're also just living and breathing action figures.
Pretend that you're Hannibal, Murdoch, or Face, or maybe B.A. Baracus. You know each one is an ace.
That's the eight.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. T. I pity the fool.
That's the A-team action figures right there. And they were just a little more buff and bigger than the actual guys. Yeah. And now we're actually with these movies, we're seeing Saturday morning cartoons and action and stuff that we do with action figures come to full life right here, man, right in front of us, thanks to CG. And I think because we remember these cartoons, we remember playing with action figures like that when we did that, when we did all this back in the day.
Right.
This is why we can accept this for being ridiculous. We're not questioning it. We're able to say, man, okay, yeah, this is insane, but there's still sort of a love for something like that from the stuff we grew up with.
Yeah, but I think it's also harkening back kind of to your point. You see more of the animated cartoons that were based on these live action properties, but I think it's also harkening back to those live action properties like Commando or Terminator, or Stallone's action films. Like, we haven't really gotten those types of movies in a long time. Yeah, I mean, there's a few action films you can think off the top of your head, like John Wick. But that's very different than those types of movies.
Yeah.
And they've tried to keep things like alive, like Die Hard, but they just got progressively worse. Like with this one, it seems to have finally cracked the code. One, just lasting so long, being a spinoff, actually being engendered towards these characters, but still having those elements from those live action movies from the 70s and the 80s.
They've done this with a lot of rated R movies, but they've done it on the level because they just want to go crazy with the blood and the action and even gore to a certain level. And that's why I think about some movies that just were almost exaggerated like this, but we accepted them because, again, they were so bloody on an insane level. But this is PG-13, which allows them to be more cartoons. I'm looking at one movie. If anybody remembers this, and I know you do, if anybody remembers this movie when it came out, people were talking about, okay, this right here, it's so gory, it's so insane that it's not even realistic anymore.
And you know what he's capable of.
Maybe you don't, because you won't live to see it.
That's true.
It's Rambo, man, 2008. And that movie was way over the top. But they chose to go over the top because they went to a rated R level with it. Now that we can go and defy gravity and physics with with CG, people can do these kind of over-the-top things with PG-13 movies and take those action movies there. Because like I said, and to your point, you were talking about how back in the day, Commando, Schwarzenegger and everything, all those movies were always over the top.
Yeah.
All the movies were crazy. They just didn't have the technology we have now.
Exactly. And kind of to what you're saying with, like, Rambo played it serious. Hobbs and Shaw is clearly, it's kind of a comedy to a certain extent. It's a lot of comedic elements where Rambo doesn't have any comedy in it. Look at these people. They're dying. They're going to be sold into slavery. Sex slavery. No one wants that in Hobbs and Shaw.
They threw kids in fire.
Yes. Exploded. Little kids exploded in that movie.
Yeah,
but
they
you're not gonna see that in
eviscerated.
Hobbs and Shaw.
We wouldn't be able to take all this if people were taking this seriously.
Yes. Yeah.
It
knows what it is. It's winking at the camera, and that's how it gets away with it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna move this over a little bit.
If it's tried to be serious of all this, then we would laugh at it because then it would be unintentionally funny.
And and that is what we have to understand here, is that the reason why this is working is because it's the humor that's selling this, man. The shit is already so ridiculous that the franchise has embraced the comedy, and they know not to do just any kind of comedy. They knew that the strength of this was based on the comedy of between The Rock and Jason Statham, as we see right here. These guys, they're making all kind of faces. This is classic buddy comedy.
Oh yeah.
We got The Rock being the funny one, and Jason Statham in here being the straight guy.
Sure.
And when they're doing that, it just lets us know that they're having as much fun as as the audience is.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we feel engendered to them. That's why we want to go on this adventure with them. It's 48 hours. It's Lethal Weapon. It's all these things that come before. It's just, as you said, it just has a more glossy finish on it. It's the CGI that they couldn't do back in the day.
They're having fun, and they're actually giving it their all. This is not them. This is not them on a vacation. This is not them just collecting money. They are putting it. They're into they're into the comedy. They're into the stunts. They're into, as stupid as this gets, they're selling it as hard as they can.
And I think there's just a natural interest, and this is the first of the Fast and Furious spin-offs right now.
Yeah.
That franchise is going to keep making money. What they're going to do, like 2 or maybe even 3 more. They're going to at least do 2 more from what I've heard. So, yeah, this is another way to continue the franchise where you don't have to, deal with some of the more obnoxious personalities now.
Yeah. So. And I tell you, man, it's great to see them having a good time.
Yeah.
Everybody, even the one,
Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
I think the only one who's really taking this just a tad bit serious is Idris Elba. Yeah. But Idris Elba, he's new to it. He'll learn to relax and have some fun.
Well, he hasn't really done any comedies or kind of like he's always been a very serious actor. I mean, the last movie that I saw him in, I was like, Jesus Christ, was like Beasts of No Nation.
Yeah,
it was like that. Like that's like more his wheelhouse, or playing like a disturbed detective. Like this is the first time where maybe we can see him have some fun. I think he's gonna do that. He'll get into it.
The thing is, man, he'll calm down, he'll relax. Everybody say just have, it's okay to smile, have some fun. By the end of the movie, because they'll probably bring him to the family, make him a hero.
He's gonna be on their side again. You're gonna fight a bigger villain here.
You're gonna need a black Superman for this. And you know what? Oh my God,
do it.
That would be amazing. Can you imagine them at this point actually bringing a superhero into the OG family right here?
Yes.
Like they admit that they finally admit that somebody has superpowers. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine that? If, like all these street racers, they bring in a super soldier. That man, we would at that point. You have no excuse not to bring in the dinosaurs.
Yeah, man. Robot dinosaurs in space.
You just admitted you brought in Superman. Now let's get some dinosaurs and go to space. Yeah. This is stupid.
Yeah.
But it's stupid in the most respectable way.
Yeah. Because it knows what it is. And like I said, it's just winking at the camera the entire time. I think there's going to be some moments that's goofy, like them, doing that. What's that dance? It's the Hawaiian Polynesian dance that they do. I know it's meant for intimidation. You're not going to intimidate a bunch of guys with guns, though, who are there to kill you and murder your whole family. That's the one part I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Because with wooden clubs. I mean, come on.
That's a crazy.
That's the one thing. And I don't mean to be, negative, because we've said a lot of positive things about the trip, but that's like, you gotta try to sell that. I want to know the explanation.
Look, I agree with you.
Okay.
But I can defend it too. Yeah. Believe me, y'all know me, man. I'm harsh on stuff like this.
Sure.
This is the only thing that I see where it's just like, look, I can't argue with you.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing with this. I mean, this is really. This is like trying to reason with an insane person. I'm not gonna do that, man.
Reason with the Joker.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be Batman coming to argument and be like, no, listen, no, I'm gonna be like, no, you're crazy as fuck, and I'm just gonna go along with it now. Yeah. I'm crazy too. It might be stupid, but it's fresh stupid. You can't, we've
never seen it before.
We've gone to a level where we, seriously. Would you have predicted some of the things you saw here?
No,
because that's what I'm thinking right here. You say that whole Polynesian thing that happened. Yeah, that's dumb. But at the same time, who would have known that they would have actually, in this, They went as far as to have made a live action Moana. It's
a bunch of Mauis.
They bunch, man, Mauis. The whole group. Mauis became a gang. Look at this.
It's demigods versus superheroes.
Yeah. Like everybody's talking about, man, but it ain't about the cars no more. Not if you turn into Moana. It's like that's the part where they actually went into and became sort of a nod to Fast and Furious.
I almost wish they didn't do that because I mean I know these are they just in the
Is
same
that how
universe.
you say it, Moana?
I said Moana.
Moana. I knew I was saying it wrong the whole time.
I mean, I would have noticed. People are going to complain no matter what.
Moana's my black
Moana.
cousin. Moana. Yeah.
But I kind of would have almost preferred if they just kind of been separate. Like, it's not about the cars. This is a spy action film.
Well, did you get upset when you saw the nod that they did to Fast and Furious here, where they the whole thing where they go inside the car?
Oh, the NOS stuff?
Yeah.
That's what's been a big part of it.
Yeah, I mean, they.
Not upset by it, but I kind of like want them to be their own thing. Again, you
Yeah.
can still be in that universe, but I don't know, the whole next set piece is going to be a race.
Yeah.
I don't want anything like that.
Yeah.
No.
I don't even know if I should review this when it comes out. I mean, what I don't even know if I can review it.
It's going to make money no matter what. People are going to see it.
Well, it's going to make money, and it's clear that they don't give a what
sure.
anybody else has
Yeah.
to say out there.
Don't even need to screen it for critics.
They're going to keep going down this crazy ass road with this, and there's nothing that I can say about it. And I would even say that again. I respect it. I mean, like I said, I respect the franchise for not repeating a formula until they run into the ground or just are just wring it dry. And I think that in its own crazy. I don't know if evolve is the right word.
Yeah,
but it has
mutated.
It has mutated. There you go. It keeps changing.
Yes, it does.
And they've embraced that. I think it's cool that they said, all right, we know that we ran our course with this, but people still love these characters, and let's just make it into something new, no matter how crazy it is.
There's nothing else like it. I mean, in the things you can compare it to, like the Marvel movies, they all still have a certain DNA about them. Whereas the Fast and Furious, they started as something and their ending is something very different. So yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I appreciate it for that. It's taking risks and it's paying off for them in spades. I have my little problems with the trailer, but still, I'm like, this is so goofy. It looks like so much fun, and the fact that you got two actors that genuinely like each other. And they say I want to do more of these movies. I was like, okay, I want to see this become its own franchise. That's great.
Yeah. I've never seen a movie like this that is as fully aware of what it is.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so many things in here where they let you know, no, stop taking this as an action film. You have to look at this as a comedy first. I mean, this really is Abbott and Costello on steroids, man. That's right. And if you notice here, you got you got bits of physical humor that are classic, like they're classic, almost vaudevillian bits of comedy and physical humor that you see here.
Access denied. Access denied.
That's the Three
He's
Stooges.
dead. Leave him alone. He's dead already.
Just blood on the panel right there.
Just smushed.
That's the Three
That's
Stooges.
great. Yeah.
If there is that much self-awareness into the silliness that goes on here, there's nothing you can say.
No.
Nothing. I mean, you.
That's what we'll be staring. He'll be staring back at us,
Yeah.
and we won't be able to speak.
No, I don't. Like I say, I might come in here and I would just stare at the camera and just say, "Do what you do." I have no review for you.
Yeah.
You know who you are. You know what you like, and you know if you would like something like this.
Denied.
That is
It's great.
and it is charming bits like this
Yeah.
that make you want to see this. I used to complain, but that was when they went in transition.
Right.
Now that we are fully mutated to what we are, as you say, I'm looking forward to this very much. This comes out in August, right?
Is it August or July or something? I know it's later. It's after Endgame. This is probably the next biggest film of the summer.
Oh, this is kind of like the unofficial sequel to the Avengers. When you think about it.
I think so.
Got their own Black Widow and everything.
Yeah,
in
it's
there.
true.
Yeah. Let me see when this comes out.
Yeah, I'm curious. I thought it was July.
Well,
I
I'll
could
tell
be
you
wrong.
what. We'll take a look and
There
see.
we go.
It says here, Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Summer. There you go.
That's a lot of
Very,
months.
very specific. Well, whatever time the summer is going to be, I'm sure you, and everybody else will be watching this.
We are.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Because of you, I feel like the Black Superman in That's because of your support. So hit that subscribe button. And if you really love what we do, check out our main site, doubletoasted.com. Over there, you'll find a longer, uncensored version of this video, along with the live streams that we do almost every night of the week. Support us at btmerch.com. And remember to always stay toasty.